What's up, y'all? I don't know what kind of beef that was. Something about a mushroom. Howdy doody. What did I do today? I went to the gym. Tried to eat a little salmon. It was decent, but I can only get so much food down. It's kind of crazy. Still on my protein kicks and food and still healing and recovering. I'm feeling a lot stronger, which is good, but this, yeah, Other than that, calming my sister's nerves. It's her child is graduating this weekend, my niece, and she's driving me a little batty. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a veteran to this graduation stuff, but she's got the what ifs and who ain't gonna be there and what if this, and it's like, girl, it's just about you and your child that day. Don't worry about nobody else. Graduation for parents is as much yours as it is theirs, so enjoy it. And whoever ain't there. But yeah, other than that, y'all, I didn't do too much of nothing today. Caught up on Survivor. Survivor has been on for 46 seasons, which is crazy, and I'll still be watching it. But I don't know how the people do it, but they give them supplies because the women's underarms are shaved. They swear they don't get their brush their teeth or nothing, but I don't know. Them people will be looking like they have redhead people out there. Ain't no way they're not giving them people sunscreen. Ain't no way. There's no way. But, yeah, other than that, that's all I did today, y'all. Went to the gym, watched Survivor, and just chilled. And that's about it, so let's hop into this news. Arizona Supreme Court grants stay preventing abortion ban from taking effect. Cargo ship will hopefully be refloated this week after explosives remove some of the Baltimore Bridge wreckage. Man, that's all y'all orders on that ship. U.S. warns Israel won't eliminate Hamas as militants regroup in northern Gaza. Boxers declare winner in a championship bout, then the unthinkable happens. Well, then what happened? What? Bantamweight Nina Hughes was declared a winner of her title, but Hughes' fist-pumping celebration didn't last long. Ring announcer Daniel Hennessy regathered the boxers and referee to read the judges' scores again, which came out to be in the other person's favor. That's messed up. Kamala Harris drops an F-bomb. Oh no. Mississippi man whose mom and sisters were found dead on Mother's Day is killed in an Arizona gunfight. Man. He must have just been like, I can only imagine. He probably was like, I don't even care. Michael Cohen says Trump wasn't worried about Melania leaving him over Stormy Daniels' affair story. Of course not. I'm sure Melania knew what Trump was up to. Alright, so let's see what else we got here. Missouri man pleads guilty Monday after crashing a U-Haul truck into the metal barriers near the White House last year in connection with what he said was a bid to overthrow the government. The U-Haul. A former U.S. Marine from New Jersey has been arrested and accused of threatening to kill white people and carry out a mass shooting. Wow. Former President Trump's changes to legal immigration didn't grab any headlines, but impacted people in U.S. businesses, and some warn a second term could have a ripple effect. Judge Judy Shineland sues the parent company of National Enquirer and In Touch Weekly for a story that she says falsely claims she was trying to help the Mendez brothers get a retrial after they were convicted of murdering their parents. Judge Judy said, I got time today. She said, I got time today. Don't play with my name. A body found Friday in the Colorado River is believed to be that of a New Mexico man who went into the waterway on a homemade raft with his dog last month. He was probably like, oh boy, if these are the final days, these are the final days. An unknown number of orcas have sunk a sailing yacht after ramming it in the Moroccan waters. In the Strait of Gibraltar, Spain's maritime rescue said a new attack in what has become a trend. Them fish want y'all out of their water. They want y'all out. Melinda Gates is stepping down from their foundation after announcing her separation. But she gonna retain that $12.5 billion. Alright, I don't think I liked anything on this app today. Let me see, because, like I said, some of the stuff just gets too ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't like anything new. Let's see what else we got. Tyson are having their face off. You know they not really fighting. I can't believe if any of y'all pay to see that. I'm laughing at y'all. He's not really about to beat up Mike Tyson. It's gonna be a draw, right? You're right. Watch. Stevie Wonder turned 74. Alright, let's see what TMZ is yapping about. Kelly Clarkson cops are using weight loss drug. Duh. Tyrese bails on his Georgia concert after someone tries serving him. He said, y'all ain't about to serve me with no papers. Chris Pratt did not tell his ex Happy Mother's Day and people are mad. Yeah, I don't know if he told her behind closed doors. Y'all do not know that. Taylor Swift files a trademark for Female Rage, the musical. That's about it, y'all, on that news situation. I guess we're gonna hop into the Reddit. This might be a fast one today, although I have a ton of story time, so don't fret, my pets. I got some stuff for you. What is the worst secondhand embarrassment you've ever felt? I don't know. My brain's too fried. Let's read these. A girl graduating from college falling down repeatedly on the stage. She fell at least 3 or 4 times, and it was like something invisible was sweeping her leg out. Even when you start falling like that, it's so hard to get up, especially when you're in front of an audience. It's very hard. A colleague of mine put in his 2 weeks. For context, he's a fairly attractive man. Well, this woman from HR, of all places, comes by his cubicle to wish him well, I guess. Anyway, she basically gives him a lap dance right there in front of the whole office. She was like, I didn't even have a chance to smash that. Was going down an escalator at the Mall of Georgia when 90-something-year-old guy in front of me very suddenly pooped his pants. We were 500 yards from a bathroom, and he was wearing shorts. I felt so bad for him. My dad gave him his hoodie to wrap around his waist. I was very proud that my dad helped him. That is a major sacrifice, as I would have been barfing. I was ringing a girl and her boyfriend up, and she was a few dollars short of her transaction. Her boyfriend then got in my face and insisted her Red Bulls were buy one get one free. It is true they were, but the promo ended months earlier. This man proceeds to yell and scream at me for 5 minutes about how she deserves these drinks. How dare I, yada yada. This whole time his girlfriend's trying to disappear into the chip display like Homer sliding into the bush. Eventually, after threatening to trespass him, he gives me the biggest eye roll I've ever seen and spat on the floor and told his girlfriend, let's get out of here. This Dude clearly gets off denying beautiful women what they need. Where was his money at? See, was at a dinner party when my friend's mother-in-law asked another one of our friends when her baby was due. She wasn't pregnant. That's the worst. That's the worst thing. I always tell people, do not ask people that, because you don't know. They can even have a tumor in their stomach. Women, what things do you notice or look for in a man's apartment that are green flags? Organization and that toilet. If that toilet is clean, those are 2 pluses. Hand towels and hand soap in the bathroom. I had someone offer me their single, slightly damp towel as my post-shower option. He had no other towels. Yeah, that's bad. Not one single towel. Clean bathrooms are always at the top of the list. The toilet smelling fine and no signs of pee anywhere. General clean house. A wastebasket in the bathroom. Cleanliness and attention to detail. Now, some guys can be some OCD guys. What's a good sign someone was raised right? Just how they treat people, staff, family, especially their elders. I was working at a grocery store gas station in Arizona during the height of the pandemic. One summer night, a customer came in and pointed out an elderly man sitting in a wheelchair near the back of the building. Long story short, it's obvious that he was dumped there. He was far away from the assisted living facility where he was staying. The lady that alerted us to him, she stayed the entire time, helped figure him out and where he needed to go. Very nice. When they wait for you to get to the house building before they leave. Cleaning up after themselves in public. They admit when they're wrong. Yeah, these are basic. Alright. I'm not going to wear my voice out, so let's look at Am I the A-hole? Because these are always really long. Am I the a-hole for throwing away my husband's Father's Day's gift after what he did on Mother's Day? My husband and I have 2 kids, a 6-year-old boy and an 8-month-old girl. He told me for 2 weeks leading up to Mother's Day that he had an entire weekend planned for me. That is not normal, but there's been years in the past where I did complain and feel hurt because he didn't really do much for me on Mother's Day. So I'm thinking that he finally understood where I was coming from and was going to make it a special day for me. I quite literally only asked for a massage and repeatedly said that he couldn't just give me a massage because it wasn't enough. So I'm like, okay. So anyways, Friday rolls around and a bunch of people start showing up. He invited a good 10 to 15 people over. I think he knew 2 people. He called that the Mother's Day bonfire. We had a fire all right, but I was the one chased the kids around all evening. My sister-in-law while holding the baby and other person's kids because they weren't watching them. Quite literally, no one spoke to me. I wasn't acknowledged until the very end of the evening. That was when my husband, who told me he was stealing my husband to go for four-wheeling. It's like 11 o'clock. So basically, he threw a party for himself. Well, yesterday rolls around and his boss calls him in at 6 a.m. and asks him to come to work because they are short-staffed. And he said, yes, Sex was hurt. But it's Mother's Day. He says, I know, I'm sorry. I just don't want to pass up an opportunity for more hours. Which I get that, too. So whatever, he gets home at 5 and starts getting his kids dressed and ushered toward the door. So I'm thinking, we're finally going to celebrate. We end up going on a walk. I love walking, but 5 minutes in, he's complaining and has to turn around because his back hurts or whatever. So, again, I'm disappointed. When we get home, he lays down on the couch and says, oh, your gift's in the truck, so I'll go down there, and it's a $5 storage container of sugar and flour. Girl, no, you're not wrong. We get it. You are not the a-hole. It didn't turn out the way he wanted it because he planned it for himself, not you. Yeah, you must have been spoiling that man. Am I the afro telling my husband his fragile masculinity is costing us money? Back in 2021, my husband, Craig, 46 and I'm 44. Welcome our fourth child into the world. As a result, we needed to upgrade one of the cars to something larger. We decided to trade in a super reliable Toyota for something bigger since I was the one who drove the kids around. I was open and ready to embrace a minivan life and was planning to buy one like a Honda or Kia, but Craig had his heart set on an SUV. He said minivans were too feminine, so against my better judgment, we ended up purchasing a Mercedes. Whoa. He argued that the car offers similar space. After 2 years, I can safely say we made the wrong choice. While the car does have good passenger space, it doesn't seem to have cargo, yada yada. Pretty much the car turned out to be a piece of crap. I'm paraphrasing this. So no, you ain't the a-hole. But I wouldn't want a minivan. They're a big Suburban. Should have got a Chevrolet. Somebody said, I don't get it. You're the primary user of the proposed car, and he has his own. Even if you could give in the car womanly, that's his decision. Yeah, I mean, he don't have to drive the minivan. Do I want to read one more of these? Let me see. Nah, I'm done with these. I'm done. Let's get to these story times.
A train ran on me, but I don't think the logistics will work because I am a one and done ass bitch. Like, I need to recharge, reload after one. But if I'm getting this train ran, and I want a big train, I don't want like just 4 people. I want like the whole pride parade. So I want a train ran on me.
So she's just gauging her train ran on her skills. This app is crazy.
So let me tell you about my day, because it's going real fucked up. So I go to the nail shop to get my nails and toes done. Okay? I'm getting pink French tips, nails and toes. That's it. I get in a nail shop. I'm telling the lady what I want. She don't speak English. She calls somebody else. I tell the man. I say, sir, I want pink French tips, nails and toes. How much is it? 40 for the nails, 25 for the toes. I say, bet, that's up my alley anyway. And I'm going to tip you, make the bill 75. I'm rocking and rolling. So, okay. The lady, she get to doing my feet. I'm asking her, can she curve my French tips? Because that's how I like them. She won't understand. She called a man back. I said, can you tell her to curve my French tips? Motherfucker tell me something. It's going to be $15 extra. I said, to curve my French tips? He said, yeah. I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just tell her do it the normal way. He said, well, I'm going to charge you an extra $5 because you're getting pink. I said, but you just told me the motherfucking toes was 25. Now you're saying it's 30. He said, well, oh, if you get color recharge. I said, you know what? That's cool. I pay for it. Cool. He started to talk to her in her language. Why the fuck I look down? Why did I look down at my toes? This lady pay my toes right. I said, sir, she didn't even pay my toes right. I said, I'm supposed to get pink. She paid my toes right. Immediately, I'm irritated. Now, as I'm telling y'all the story, I didn't talk to him like that. You could tell I had an attitude, but you know, I was still trying to be calm. I said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I said, I'm just gonna go somewhere else. This lady snatched my foot and starts aggressively removing the nail polish off my toe. I get up to leave. Motherfucker tell me I owe them $10. I said, $10 for what? He said, you owe us $10. Bitch, these is my toes. I owe you $10 for what? Look at my feet. I owe you.
Y'all be going through it with these nail people.
Just remember the things I told you. Hit these points. You gotta feed your man. You gotta wear that new moo, and you wanna find you a Ernest with a big old thick.
Okay, Grandma. Yep.
Don't get caught.
I'm excited to test Grandma's theory, even though I have no faith. But you know what the good book says: walk by sight, not by faith. Right? Ain't that what it's saying? So Prince and I are going out, and I got him something.
Always going out for dinner.
Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure you had had some food just in case, so I made some fried chicken, some sweet potatoes, some greens, some beans, some potatoes, and some fried okra, and a pound cake.
I'm vegan.
Can I change? I'm not too worried about it. LeBron always loses the first game of the series in the finals, and I am from Cleveland, and if the Cavs can come back from a 3-1 lead against the Warriors, then I can come back from this. Maybe the movement would help.
Just remember things
He could have ate that okra.
when your mom, because she had an emotional breakdown, right?
She had a nervous breakdown. That's a very nice way to put it. She had a nervous
breakdown, but that's what we used to call it back in the day, a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
She had electroshock therapy. You said you'll never forgive your grandfather and your dad for allowing that to happen.
Yeah. Or any man who thought that was a good idea without having first experienced it.
So they took her right away from her.
Yeah.
And two men decided that she should have
That she
electroshock
should
therapy.
have electroshock therapy.
And she couldn't remember you after.
Well, she did not. No, but Clyde and I did not know that. We had no idea she didn't know who we were. We didn't know, and had no idea for maybe 35 years because she never let on. So here's what happened. I said to her once, we were in Malibu, and I said, I have to tell you thank you because I know this wasn't the plan, but your illness sort of made the world very clear to me. And I think it was good for me to know that things can change like that you always have to be ready should a shift happen. And she said, can I tell you a secret? And she said to Clyde and I had no idea who you kids were when they brought me back. She said, I was so happy to be out of that place that if they said the sky was orange and I looked up and it was blue, I was going to say it was orange. Because I knew I never, ever, ever wanted to go back to a doctor's office. And she never did. But
She pretended to know who she was.
She pretended that she remembered everything. And she said she learned everything from us, from Clyde and I, including our names. Yeah.
That's an extraordinary woman.
She was an extraordinary woman.
How can you not know Whoopi's your daughter, though? Because Whoopi and her mom look exactly alike. But that is really crazy that they was doing that to people back then. Invested to see if she's gonna try to swim, because she definitely was trying to get up in that mermaid suit, but I don't think she would have made it out. I hate there's no follow-up.
So why not upstream heard the Fraser Allen Alley theory? And summation what the Fraser Allen Alley theory is when the person that you want doesn't want you. But the person that wants you, you don't want. So you treat the person that you don't want how the person that you want treats you. So another very important part of their research and their finding was that in this whole sequence, there's at least a minimum of 3 participants. At least one of the participants is what's called blind. So they have no clue that they're caught up in this sequence. So essentially, in reality, what this really means is that there's one person that's all in for someone, like they're invested, like this is their person, they think. But this person person views him as a backup plan, and they have no clue. That's crazy. Imagine being all in for someone just to find out you their backup plan, you their what if. You have to be very attentive who you spend your time with and who you get emotionally connected to. Because you can end up being someone's backup plan. So why not?
Happens every day, young man.
Okay, well, I'm going to do a little update video here. Okay, several people have asked me to do a video here on TikTok, so I have to laugh or I'm going to sit down and cry and just absolutely lose my mind. So, yesterday morning I got an email from Carnival saying 2 of our excursions had been canceled. I called Carnival, it was like 6:30 whenever I called, and of course they weren't open. So at 9 o'clock I called and they said your excursions were canceled because your cabin was canceled. Full blown panic. What are you talking about? Like, we've been planning this vacation for a year. We booked on the presidential Excel suite. For those of you who don't travel or cruise a whole lot, it is the biggest room on the Carnival Celebration ship. Like, we had all kinds of extra perks. Like, we were super excited. I literally purchased the internet package the day that they supposedly said that I canceled. Why would I cancel my cruise if I'm buying all of this stuff and making last minute preparations? So this was actually, we were flying out yesterday, and I found out yesterday morning that all of this had happened. They said that the original person that I talked to said that the system canceled it, and then the second person was a manager, or a lead is what he called himself. He was a lead, and said that the online system had been logged into and it had been canceled. We talked for almost over 2.5 hours, and the only solution that they were willing to offer was 2 interior rooms. I just can't even fathom how that they think that that's right. 2 interior rooms for a presidential Excel suite, which we have nearly $15,000 tied up in for this vacation, including excursions. So the room itself was, I think, 12 or 13, and then we've got a few grand tied up into excursions, and actually with almost $2,000 for flights. So whenever he said he emphasized the only option that we have is these 2 interior rooms, I got out a recording because I was like, excuse me? I never even fathomed that you all wouldn't offer me my money back. Like, that's just a done deal. Like, you all canceled my cruise, or the system glitch, or whatever happened. You were going to give me my money back. And his exact words were the only solution. And then he went on to say multiple times, well, I'm just trying to get you on this cruise, and we opened up these 2 interior suites for a full cruise. We specifically opened these up to you, like we're doing you a big favor. And I'm like, come on, are you kidding me? I said, would you feel good about going on into 2 interior rooms when for a year you've had the presidential suite booked? And he just kept repeating, well, I'm just doing the only thing that I have been authorized to offer you, and we've opened this up specifically for you. So, I'm just...
Okay, let's see our...
Okay, well, I'm going to do a little update video here, and I did just a little beauty filter, because, yeah, I have been crying, and my face looks a mess. I work almost every day for the last 8 months. So this cruise was supposed to be our stress-free vacation that was just going to be easy and great, and then we find out that it's not. And, I'm a grandma. I got wrinkles. I don't have Botox. So, but, for those of you who like the beauty filter, just, makes me just a little bit prettier. For those of you who are really sweet and invested in hearing an update, I really appreciate roller coaster that's just been crazy. We just left the port, and no, we had our boarding passes. I had proof where I paid everything. It didn't matter. It had been canceled in the system. We weren't in the manifest, so we had to leave. And the only option is to call the customer service number that I talked to yesterday, who offered us the 2 interior rooms for a replacement for a presidential suite. Come on, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Like, that's ridiculous.
Okay, this lady's long-winded, but that's what happened with her and her cruise.
Don't ever delete this video. Send it to your question. You weren't prepared for this, so you're going to send this to your girlfriend, your best friend. I'm leaving her again. Diana. So Diana, I'm asking her this question. She's totally not prepared for it. Okay? When I first sent to your DMs, what did you think?
What a cute first date.
Y'all see this? That's how we did it today, y'all. There we go. There we go. This thing, put that chicken and add to the soft floor. We'll do like 5 pieces, 4 or 5 pieces at a time. Come right back.
So he got an iron in a trash can, and he's frying chicken. The stuff they come up, that's a powerful iron. The stuff they come up with in jail is amazing.
I recently posted about the tragic loss of my nephew due to spontaneous combustion of mulch. Even though these videos are very hard to make and the story is hard to tell, I felt that by sharing this story, we could hopefully save someone else's life. What I didn't expect was hundreds and thousands of comments from people saying that something similar has happened to them, or people who were completely unaware that mulch can spontaneously combust. I can't keep up with the amount of comments that are coming in. However, I feel that it's my duty and my obligation to share this information in a way that's honoring Cullen's life, and it gives his life purpose. And because I can't keep up with the comments, I want to do a few videos answering some of the frequently asked questions that I've gotten in these posts. One of the questions was, how in the heck does mulch catch on fire without some sort of ignition source? Keep in mind, this does not only happen with mulch. With mulch, though, it can happen with uncolored mulch or colored mulch, but it can also happen to piles of wood chips, bales of hay, your compost piles. As these organic materials break down and decompose, oxidation occurs, and this process is what generates the heat. Now, when you have a pile of these materials that is too thick, oxygen can become trapped in that pile. You can also have certain weather conditions. So this can happen even when it's freezing outside. It's due to oxygen. So if there's a slight breeze, if you've had no rain, you have excessive dryness in your area, that heat that is generated is combined with that oxygen, and this is what creates a fire. So I hope that explaining this is helpful to you and helps you become aware. Now I would just do your research on what is the best option for you to be putting around your home and in your garden beds. And if you do go with mulch, make sure that you understand how to properly care for that mulch so that you don't have something like this happen to you.
That's an interesting story. I never knew that about mulch.
Slow down. Break! What were you doing? Trying to hit the cop? Holy crap. Heart attack. Why weren't you stopping? Yes, stop!
Ain't no way that cop didn't pull him over unless he wasn't paying attention, but I did not miss teaching my children how to drive. And the little boy, with him not giving a reply back, you know he's scared to death. He literally almost hit a cop. It's time to pull over and take over, Dad.
Taz, if you want to talk to her, ask her a question.
Okay, Alexis. Question is... Alexa, question is, will I ever leave?
Mom, how you gonna sing to?
I break this day in 1,000 pieces. This is the same thing I asked.
No, don't ask that question. Just ask a general question.
Okay,
Not about nobody or nothing. Just say, Alexa.
Alexa, would you pray? Pray for the wicked.
Here's something I found on the web. According to bc.edu, I'll pray for you because I know that friends and family have washed away, and all your happy memories are under deep water.
What? Girl, you done lost your genuine man.
Taz, if you...
She said, question is. That was too cute.
Okay, I am the mom that makes it my business to go through my kid's phone. And why is my son sending this girl money on Cash App? She said, cash at me. My son said, how much? She said, $5. Did you send it? He said, ask your man. I don't have no money. She said, my man not answering. She said, you're mean. My son said, I did. So my TikTok family is not familiar, but I am on Facebook. And y'all don't know. It's just really like a city joke for real, but why is my son sending her money on Cash App? She said, add me on Facebook and join in on the fun. I am the mom that makes it my business to go through my...
You gotta check them kids' accounts. These kids, they be doing stuff.
It was her last Uber ride of the night. Turns out it might be the last of her career.
I wish I hadn't took that last ride, because that last ride cost me a lot.
LaShadra Cox tells us it was a night like any other. She picked up 2 passengers near the intersection of Ashwood and Knight Arnold. The man, she says, was quiet, but the woman was full of questions.
She asked about tracking. Do cars come with tracking? And then she specifically asked if I had tracking on my vehicle.
When they arrived at their location at Boeingshire and Danbury and Whitehaven, she figured out why they were curious about a tracking device. The man in the car pulled a gun and demanded she get out.
I tried to grab from my phone and my keys that were in the cup holder, and he was like, no, leave that. And I was like, okay, just don't shoot me.
Days later, Cox says a friend of hers spotted her stolen car in the parking lot of Wooddale High. Police are called, and a few questions later, 18-year-old student Denitra Coleman is charged with aggravated robbery, carjacking, and possession of a firearm during a felony. She appeared in court today, and her bail was set at $120,000. The man she was allegedly with is still on the run. Cox had the chance to face the teenager today in court for the first time since a gun was pointed in her face.
I don't care if you can't afford it. I can't afford that you stole my car. So now I got to suffer and do everything over. So come up with whatever you need to fix to get yourself out of this situation like I got to.
Cox hopes the young woman can pay for the crime, turn her life around, and turn in the man with the gun.
Don't let that man take you down, girl. Like, I understand you are here where you are, but don't let him drag you any further. You got the rest of your life ahead of you. Let this be a lesson learned. Move on from it and keep going.
She's so positive. She's so positive.
Alright, so let me set the scene for y'all. So y'all know before funerals, they usually have a wake like the day before, a couple days before the funeral, right? A wake is basically like a viewing of the body for people that's not gonna make it to the funeral, or just for you to, go view the body before the funeral type shit. I went to the wake because I didn't know how I was gonna be able to handle seeing my baby daddy in the casket. Like, this just some shit that I never imagined would have happened to me, so I definitely went to the wake beforehand. But the gag is, my baby daddy mama, she worked overnight. She a nurse, so she worked overnight at the hospital and shit. So she had to have a wake later in the day, because usually, they have wakes like 2 to 6. In Memphis, I don't know about your other cities, but like they have it in the evening time type shit. And with her working overnight, she ended up having to have the wake after 6 o'clock. So the funeral home just was like so kind that they ended up leaving the funeral home open later so that we could come view the body type shit. So I went and I had my time with my baby daddy the day before the funeral is what I'm trying to say. Like, I had already broke down in the funeral home, stayed there after everybody left, talked to him, rubbed his face, rubbed his hands, talked to him, had my time with him type shit. So when we got to the funeral the next day, I got there pretty early with my son because I didn't know how my son was going to react to seeing his daddy in the casket and shit. And I didn't know how I was gonna react to seeing my son see his daddy. So I got there way before the funeral started. It was only me, my baby daddy, auntie, and her sister, and my mama, and my baby. So we, my baby saw his daddy. He was like, Dada, sleep. Dada, wake up. Because he hadn't seen him in a couple of days because, when he passed away, he wasn't used to not seeing his daddy. I cried and got it out way before the funeral is what I'm trying to say. Like, my baby saw him that was dead, I got it out. So by the time everybody started getting there and the funeral was starting and stuff, the family got to line up outside the door of the church, you know what I'm saying, so they could walk in and view the body together. We all be in a line. So the order of the line that I was sitting in, of course I was on the front row because that's immediate family. So I was sitting by my baby daddy, first baby mama, and his little sister. I ain't gonna lie, they didn't come to the wake. So they was breaking down and it was hurting me on the front row. We all on the front row just crying. Now let me tell y'all where his ex came in. So his ex, my baby daddy ex, is a friend of his little sister. So she was on the front row too, but she was sitting towards like down by where my baby daddy mama was sitting at and stuff. So she wasn't really sitting by me, his sister, and his first baby mama is what I'm saying, right? So I know she was crying and stuff, but I wasn't paying attention to her because I'm Alvin and y'all the chipmunks, you know what I'm saying? I was with my baby daddy till the day he died. So at the burial, his little sister had got up, his other little sister had got up, and she was like, I just want to give a rose to all, Sam baby mamas. It's 3 of us, but only 2 of us came to the burial type shit. She was like, I want to give y'all a rose so y'all can, have y'all final moments with my brother. I just want the baby mamas and his sisters to come lay a rose on his casket. So we did that. It was real cute, real nice. But at this point, like I said, I'm at peace with him being gone because I already spent my time with him. So I'm not breaking down and falling all over. I was trying to stay strong because, like I said, I had my son there. So, y'all, we did that. And the pastor, whoever was doing the burial, was giving his final remarks, doing the final prayer. While we all doing that, they finna get ready to, put his body in the ground. His ex was standing right next to me, and his other little sister was standing right next to me, right? They holding hands. She's crying still. So as they started lowering him in the ground, she started falling all over, and at the time, y'all, I was just like, everybody hurt, everybody emotions everywhere. So I decided to be the bigger person because, bitch, I'm the biggest. The biggest one he ever was in love with at the end of the motherfucking day. I'm the biggest. I decided to be the biggest person. And I started rubbing her on the back instead of, knocking her to the ground with his ass because, bitch, I understand that you're hurt. You ain't that motherfucking hurt, bitch. But I'ma just rub your back to let you know how you not bothering me, bitch. So I rubbed her on the back, giving her my sympathy and shit. But the gag is, before my baby daddy died, he had blocked her ass because every time me and him used to break up, y'all know how we used to be. Every time me and him used to break up, he'd go text one of his exes like, I should have listened to you. This bitch crazy. The whole time he really just trying to get back at me, you know what I'm saying? Because he always came back. I always came back. So he really was just doing that shit to make me mad, bitch. So never get the airhead, bitch. I'm still Alvin, and y'all is I'm Beyonce, and y'all is Destiny's Child, bitch. So after the funeral, I started working with my baby daddy, auntie, and shit. She gonna say, who was that girl in the front row breaking down and doing the most at the burial? I'm like, that was Sam's ex-girl. This his little sister friend. Auntie gonna say, I sure was wondering why she was doing all that. Yeah, I was too. Cause he ain't even like you. Yeah, I swear to God, it's so crazy because if you go to her page right now, you don't think they was so in love. My baby daddy told me I was using that girl for money. She had money, she did nails, and she had a condo in Atlanta. I was trying to get up in there, and her folks got money. I was trying to get up in there and get some of that. I wasn't worried about that. She didn't even turn me on. And just to let you know, he said that you never liked he didn't like the freak. Baby, I was the biggest freak. Big old freak. Big booty, big old treat. I satisfied them.
Girl. The That's all I can say.
Like I said, leader of the Cougar Nation is making y'all look real bad out here. But as far as who needs to write a Cougar book, it needs to be Cher. She got to share. Cher has to share what to do in the Cougar world so these young girls know. Keisha Cole, after being embarrassed last week by Huncho, her 24-year-old boyfriend, soon-to-be baby daddy, because I know she conjuring up a baby right now. I'm the only one that likes to have babies by babies. Decided to clap back at two children that were dating each other. One of the children, his name is Gloss. I was like, glossed up, okay? She was in a bathtub in a music video with Keisha Cole's baby boyfriend, and her butt was glossed up. All I know is all we saw was ass everywhere, and Keisha Cole hit delete on all social media platforms, okay? And then somebody said, don't you let this child come for you? You the adult, the both of them. So she lost back home to try to read them, to try to parent them. And I'm like, Keisha, they kids. What are you doing? Oh, I was rooting for the music video, girl. I wasn't hating on you, but you doing an interview saying she was sneaky link. She's young. You cannot argue with them kids about what kids do. You the adult. And furthermore, both of them can be her kids. After she got embarrassed, she decided to still one-up Huncho and take him back. She was in Vegas, I guess, with his chain on. Look, just... did you not just win? Yes. Yeah. We up right now. And you're stuck right now. How much did you win? I mean, I won like $5. I did. What you give me? Because also gave me a stack. Just right after he embarrassed you, you back with him, got on the chain, because you know that sent shots to kids when they wear chains. Oh, that's mine. He's mine. I'm like, Keisha, you old enough to buy, he should have bought you a chain. What are you doing? You don't borrow, you not 21. He don't let you borrow a chain. You a grown woman. Your coochie's supposed to be so good. He's supposed to go buy the store. What is you doing? Share! Please come share your cougar news. She was, girl, that's my man. He's mine. All up in his social media, his Instagram. Mine. He is yet to come out and claim her, and this is why.
I love this on 19 years. I love this straight. But you got multiple, so which one you really rocking with the most? I love all of them equally. We all one. We all family. So they all love me. I love all of them. They all love each other.
We'll ride it back just a little bit. Come on, Huncho, 24. You would think he was a 42-year-old. What you say, Huncho? What you say?
But you got multiple, so which one you really rocking with the most? I love all of them equally. We all one. We all family. So they all love me. I love all of them. They all love each other. And they respect each other. So they know that they're not. You feel like you gonna settle down soon? Hell no.
Did you hear what he said? He love them all equally. They all like family. They should be sisters. You gonna settle down soon? Hell no. And after it was so quick, it just rolled off and said, hell no. Keisha. Love never knew what I was missing. I just don't understand how Keisha is just, are you that broke? Is that what's going on? I did see her backyard backed up to the highway in California. Not to say nothing wrong with it, at least she got a house. But I can understand why she would put up with certain things if her backyard was backed up to the highway. That devalues a house in California when you got a silver gate that somebody can climb right over the highway and beat the horn and wake you up all night. Lord Jesus. So if she gotta do what she gotta do, then you gotta do what you gotta do. But he said they sister wives, okay? They all love and...
Keisha Cole does pick the most unavailable man. I don't get it because she's a really beautiful person, and I don't know.
I like her ways. They look about 4.
Oh my God.
reached the end of my videos. Yeah. What a crazy bunch these people were. Listen, y'all have an amazing, amazing day, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more crazy stories and hot topics. Peace.